Welcome everyone to Neverwinter on PC. My name is Rainer and today's video will be a full guide to the MOD17 campaign. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you would like to see more information or videos about Neverwinter, hit the subscribe button. A lot of people will have finished the campaign by now. Actually, if you kept up, the campaign should be done exactly yesterday or the day before yesterday even, depending on when you view this video. But this video is to guide those who haven't finished the campaign yet or haven't even started with the campaign. MOD17 brought a new campaign without boon points, but with a new raid, which is Tower of the Mad Mage, which you might already know, which is unlocked at the end of the campaign. The campaign takes a minimum of 16 days. To start your questline for MOD17, go to the second floor in the Yawning Portal. To go there, you will need to have finished the MOD16 questline. You will get one quest here from Kavatos, and he will give you an expedition to do. It's not going to be the last expedition though. This expedition is exactly the same as a master expedition, just without the resonance again, just like the other expeditions that led you to a new zone. This expedition will also lead you to a next zone, which will be called Stardock. One other thing from this expedition: there will be no magic relics, so you will not have to collect anything. At the end of your expedition to Stardock, you will find this crystal which you have to investigate. There's some text here that you can read for yourself when you get there, and when you exit the expedition, you arrive at Stardock. Stardock is a fairly small hub with actually not that much to do. There's no bank, no mailbox. We have a shop here, we have a shop there. We have to talk to this guy, but other than that, he doesn't do much. We basically almost all the time are at this Irlaka guy, which is the quest giver in Stardock. Finishing this. So the quest giver gives you 2 so-called reconnaissance quests per day and 1 quest that covers the complete campaign. For this one quest, you need to get 4 rod fragments. Let's accept these already. More about the rod fragments later. You can also see that here, fragments of Zechtimon 0/4, but more about that later. The 2 reconnaissance quests are each of a certain type, Illithid and Githyanki. And this is the case for all quests in Stardock, by the way. An Illithid reconnaissance quests gives an Illithid intelligence, which you can see here, Illithid intelligence, and a Githyanki reconnaissance quest gives a Githyanki intelligence. This quest brings you to one of these 10 portals in Undermountain, just the uprising version of it, which is ever so slightly different. Do note that if you skip a day, do pick up this reconnaissance quest. If the quests from the following day are for different portals, you will have them all ready to go and you don't lose any progress. The reconnaissance quests can be done in 2 variants. Let me show you how to distinguish them. There are 2 variants. You have either killing 3 champions and 30 enemies, or finding 6 boxes and killing 30 enemies. You want to do the champion one, since finding the boxes can be extremely tedious on some maps. Looking at you, Van Ragdoon. On a strong toon, these quests, especially the killing champions, should take about 5 minutes each. So here we see search Githyanki supplies for intelligence 0/6, and this is not the one that we want. you can swap this out, or swap it out. You can get a new chance on getting the champion one by just going to a different map and coming back here. So let's go to the other map. Okay, back in Willowwood, and as you can see, we now have the Invasion Champions version of the quest. You have to defeat 3 champions and 30 Githyanki invaders. Let me do this real quick and then I'll be back. Well, I will show you one champion is just another enemy. If you're strong, it's not gonna be a big issue, but just so you've seen what it is. So here we are at a champion. You will see the bar immediately at the top of the champion, and here it is. It's a little bit stronger enemy, but it should not be a very big issue to solve, especially if you're relatively strong. The 30 enemy is just killing some enemies, so I will do this and then I'll be back when I'm done. There we go. As I said, shouldn't take very long. At this point, let's go back to the gates. Once you finish your reconnaissance quest, you go back to Irlaka, where you can turn the quest in and you will get 1 piece of intelligence. Once you have 2 intelligence of the same kind, so either Githyanki or Illithid, you will be able to trade them for a Warden expedition quest. And normally this is every 2 days. Note that the intelligence does stack up to more than 2, so you can do the Warden expeditions whenever you have time, or even all on the 16th day if you so please. The Warden expedition is basically a master expedition, but with 3 distinct differences. Let's go into one. The first difference is that, once again, there's no magic relics to collect, so the same as the Expedition 2 Stardock, which makes them a little bit faster to complete. Also, in the Warden expeditions, the last boss will be a new boss that hasn't appeared before in expeditions. It will be either an Illithid or a Githyanki boss. This boss and this boss alone will drop a piece of either uncommon, rare or epic companion gear. The third difference is that the quest turn-in reward is different, but more about that at the end of this expedition. So for the Warden expeditions, as with the Master expeditions, you are able to put a resonance here. You can do it. The rewards will be exactly the same as the Master expeditions. You will get an additional reward in the end chest. It does not change the reward from the boss drop, so the boss will always drop 1 piece of companion gear. So we got a short map here, and this is once again exactly the same as before. I will be back when I'm done, at the last boss actually. Alright, here we are at the last boss. This is an annoying fella. So he's, okay, because I didn't put any resonance, he's pretty weak. If you put resonance, this guy can be quite annoying. As you saw, I did not put any resonance, but this boss will always drop a piece of companion gear, in this case uncommon, but it's still level 940. Of course the end chest is not open for me because I did not put any resonance in here, but that's fine for this video because the rewards in there are actually exactly the same as before. Once you turn in this Warden expedition quest, you will get a so-called rod section, another currency. This rod section once again is of type Githyanki or Illithid, depending on which type of Warden expedition you did. Once you have 3 rock pieces, you can trade these in for so-called Fragment expeditions, also at Irlaka. Yes, another kind of expedition. This expedition once again is fairly similar to the Warden expedition. You have optional resonance to be slotted and no magic relics to search. However, the third map of this Fragment expedition is significantly different. It will always be on a space map. This is a super short boss map, just like the third maps always, where you will fight a new kind of boss again. And this is a tough one if you're not ultra endgame. For this reason, I would suggest, especially if you're solo, not using a resonance stone for this quest. It is not worth the additional effort, unless you're running this in a party, of course. So let me do the first 2 maps and then I'll be back with the third map. So here we are on the third map of the Fragment expeditions. What I already noticed is that sub-bosses in here also drop new shirts and bands, if you're lucky. These shirts and bands are high item level. I've gotten an uncommon one, but I know that the final boss that we will see at the end will also drop rare and epic companion gear. Shirts and pants, I mean. Here's the final boss. It's a totally new creature, a Neothelid, I think. And if you use resonance, this thing can be very tough. Also, if you're not very endgame, this can also be very tough. It's a really odd fight, to be honest. Alright, he's dead. So make sure to not go away during this death scene, because here you will see is a new piece of gear. And this is a good example, an item level 990 shirt of the Gladiator with encounter reprieve, so the same equip set as Protege, but a little bit higher item level again. And this you can get for free. There are a couple of types of this and they are all in collections, so if you want to see them all, you can find them there. Once again, because I didn't put any resonance, I cannot take the chest, but I don't really care about that too much. Once you turn in this Fragment quest, you will see that this counter will increase. As you can see, I'm already at 3 out of 4, so when I turn this in, I will have 4 out of 4. And now I can turn in the last overall quest, which will give me this choice pack. This choice pack is already account bound, so you can transfer it to other characters on your account. And also if you open it, the items inside are account bound, so you can transfer them to other characters. And this is very nice if you want to make one toon very strong. You can also transfer this gear to other toons if you want to run on a different toon, but these are very high item level companion gear. I think all of these have 12,000 of a singular stat to get a decent chunk in the one that you want. Typically, I think a lot of people will go for this gold-leafed grimoire of the companion, because combat advantage is something that we will have to get the most of to cap, and it also features double offense, which is not the case for everything. So this is probably, especially for DPS, going to be the one that people will go for. So let's not take anything here right now. There is one last quest that you get when you finish the 4 out of 4 quest, I forgot the name, and that's Meet with Halaster Blackcloak. This one doesn't lead anywhere, this quest, but this quest just requires you to go to Tower of the Mad Mage, which is of course a trial. Right now that's not possible because it's still closed, and on here my item level is still low, but it's also closed, so we cannot go here yet. But once you go there, this quest will also finish. So that's for this video. I hope this video gave you some insight in what's ahead and some tips to not lose progress for the people who still have to do the campaign. Also maybe some efficiency in doing the Warden expeditions, or rather saving them up. If you have any remarks on this video or any suggestions on what to investigate next, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.